Alpha Mind Power Online Live Classes by Sri Mata Vijayalakshmi Pandayan. Phone 9841402000, 9841272146. Mobile app Alpha Mind Power.
Namaste. In many episodes before this, I have been speaking about Siddhas, how I came to know about some Siddhas and how they have helped me on my spiritual journey, starting from Mahavatar Babaji in 1997. And today I am going to speak to you about another Siddha who has been a real, I would say a guiding star in my life, and till today he is still there with me. His energy is guiding me all the time. This is a picture which is there in my office. Some people who have visited me in my office or even in my house, they always see Mahavatar Babaji's big photo there, and beside that photo there is another photo, another Siddha. Many have asked me, who is this Siddha? And I have told them about him. Today I thought I will share it with you. That Siddha is Avadhut Baba Nityanand. His ashram, his samadhi is at Ganeshpuri near Bombay. How I came to know about him? Mahavatar Babaji came into my life in 1997. He was the person who put me onto the spiritual path in the actual sense. Till then, I did not have a direction. I was just reading books, doing something on my own. But it's only after he came into my life that my spiritual path got properly defined. It took me a long time to understand it, but then that's what happened. Now when I look back, I can understand. And in 2000, I started Alpha Mind Power class. I was doing the class. But still, I used to feel I do not have a proper guru. I do not know where to surrender. Although Mahavatar Babaji was there, in every meditation, I used to see him. But I always thought that a guru is someone with whom you sit and learn. And since Mahavatar Babaji was not there in the physical form, I never thought of him that way. So I kept on asking myself, when will I find a guru to whom I can surrender completely? This question was there in my mind. See, the beginning years of anybody's spiritual path is full of questions and doubts. And if you get the answers, then you're lucky. It's like that. Then in 2000, I started the classes. In 2001, one sannyasi came to Chennai and he was taking some classes. So some of us were attending. When he takes his class, there used to be a chair next to him, and on that chair he kept one photograph. And that photograph had some elderly gentleman. We didn't know who it was. So at the end of the class, we went and asked him, who is this? Then he told us about Avadhut Baba, and he said, that is my Manasiga Guru. So we said, you have learnt all this from him? He said, no, I have not met him, but he is my Manasiga Guru. That is when I understood that even without meeting your guru in the physical form, you can still have somebody as your guru, as a Manasiga Guru, and you can surrender to them. He also gave us a small photograph of Baba, and I took it home with me. I started meditating. In my meditations, I used to think of him, think of Mahavatar Babaji. Meditations were very good, and classes were also going on. And those days in the classes, always in a class, there is an initiation, and at some point when there is a transfer of energy. And whenever I did my initiation after knowing about this Baba, I felt so good with him, that feeling of surrender I really felt with him. So I used to invite him in the class while doing the initiation mentally and ask him to initiate the people. That was my practice. Because with him I felt that surrender. I felt that, okay, this is somebody I can accept as a Manasiga Guru. And I started meditating more on him, and I used to ask him to come and initiate in the class. In fact, at some point what happened is, as I kept on meditating more and more on him, slowly I used to see that his form used to suddenly change and become Mahavatar Babaji. And I used to wonder why that happened. But much later I came to understand that he was trying to tell me that I am teaching you how it is, how you feel with the Guru, but you already had this Guru. Mahavatar Babaji was already there, but you never understood. So I came into your life only to teach you how you feel with the Guru and how you surrender. So both were the same. It kind of merged. So I used to meditate with both of them in mind. But during the class, in the beginning stages, I used to ask this Baba to come and initiate people. Once what happened, there was a lady whom I knew, and she also knew about this Baba. She attended the class, and the next day she called me and said, I was there in your class yesterday. I came with my daughter. For her, I wanted her to attend, so I came. She said class was very nice, and there was something which I saw and I wanted to share that with you. She was a little clairvoyant lady. I asked her what. She said, when you did the initiation, she said, I was sitting with closed eyes, deep in meditation, and I saw this Baba walking down and putting his hand on each one's head and blessing them and initiating them. There must have been more than 100 people. So row by row, he was just walking down and initiating the people. She said, I saw it very clearly. Baba is present in your class, she said. And that is when I understood that what I was seeing during initiation, because I used to ask him to come and initiate, and I used to see him walking down. But you know, in spirituality, there is always this doubt and question which comes in the mind, whether we are seeing or whether we are imagining. So that was there in me also. But when this lady told me that she saw the same thing, that's when I was totally convinced. And I said, I have really now found how you feel with a guru. And later on, as I said, he also made me understand that Mahavatar Babaji is my first guru. And then he came into my life to make me understand that point. Now after this, what happened is I was really eager to go to his Samadhi at Ganeshpuri, and I was waiting for an opportunity. Then when my first class happened in Mumbai, the only thing I asked the people who were there to help me, I asked them only one thing. I said, please take me to Ganeshpuri. And they were so good, they took me to Ganeshpuri. It is about 70 kilometers away from Mumbai, and it's a very small village. Even now, I went there last year in 2019. It is still the same, a very small, sleepy village. So we went there the first time. We reached there at about 11:30 or 11:45 noon. And we were there for the 12 o'clock noon aarti. And it was such a nice experience. Huge drums were beaten and the song was sung by everybody, the aarti song. And it was a wonderful experience. Tears were flowing from my eyes. And after that, we also went and saw the house where he stayed in his last days, where he was sitting, and the chair on which he used to sit, and one place where he used to lie down in the mornings, where the sunlight used to come and fall on him through the window. Everything is maintained as it is. So we could see that. Then there's another building where he took Samadhi on the 8th of August, and that place where he actually took Samadhi, Jiva Samadhi, we can see that place. We can sit there and meditate. All this was wonderful experiences for me. And after all that, I even went to Kanjangad, which is a place in Kerala where he is said to have been found there, which means it's kind of his birthplace. So I went there. He has himself built ashrams there. Kanjangad is in Kerala, it's very close to the Karnataka border. So I went there, stayed there for 3 days in silence and meditated on him and really received his blessings. And he had all the Ashtama Siddhis. So there is a small mandap which was built there where he left his Ashtama Siddhis. So a lot of things related to him. It was a wonderful experience. So I am telling you all this, I am sharing all this with you because these the Siddhas that I keep talking about, they are not imaginary. They are there. They have lived on this earth. They have taken Jiva Samadhi. Many of them have taken Jiva Samadhi. But their energies are still left behind to guide us. And in these troubled times, I think everyone is seeking some kind of guidance, and when you turn towards the Siddhas, they are always there to guide us on our spiritual path and to give us that little bit of clarity in the mind. So Mahavatar Babaji and Avadhut Baba, they are always there in my meditations, in my classes and in my day-to-day life. So the energy of Siddhas is what keeps us going.